How's everybody doing? My name is Kurt Friedrich and I'm the owner-driver for CFRacing, and welcome to our first post-race video of the 2025 racing season, or our 2025 racing season. First, I want to say thanks to my family, Malou and Ty and Tad, for their support and also coming out to the track and support me. Special thanks for Malou for all of her help at the track. Mostly Ty is just playing and Tad is just running around playing, and Malou is hard at work helping me at the track. Also want to thank our sponsors, Jim's by Denny on eBay. Jim's by Denny on eBay is an online sales website. Basically they sell cheap gemstones and settings for customers who want to put a little bit of their do-it-yourself touch and customized touch to their jewelry pieces. So please check out their website for all the things that they have. Also want to thank TNT Stocks for their support. TNT Stocks is a YouTube video that I started off this year. Basically we're showing a simulation. If you were to spend, or if you were to invest $100 a month in the stock market and day trading, what would that look like? So please check out their videos for some useful information. And I also want to thank Quick Signs for all their help with getting the stickers and the decals. They do a lot of good work and been supporting us. Where it's been hard to get stickers and decals, they come through for me every time. So I want to thank them for their support. And last but not least, I want to thank you all, the fans. We had our neighbors, Hannah, Cassie, and Sawyer. They came out and watched us this weekend. Glad we were able to put on a good show for them. And also on Facebook, been getting a lot of likes on these videos. Been getting a handful of views on these videos. So I want to say thank you all for following along and supporting our racing events. So let's go ahead and start talking about the race weekend. There was no race winnings, but let's talk about the race weekend. It was a very eventful weekend. The day started off a little rough at the shop, getting everything loaded up, ready to go. Trying to get the engine to start. We had a problem with the fuel being picked up and carried over to the engine. We switched out gas tanks and took the fuel right up. Took the other gas tank to the track and talked to our engine guy, Justin Collier with Blackhat Speed. Asked him a few questions and we were able to diagnose it. So next time we'll put the brand new, well not brand new, but the newer gas tank on and put that to the test. But yeah, that was a lot of work trying to get the engine to start. So the day didn't start off quite like we wanted it to, but we did get to the track and did get settled in, and we're able to start doing our typical race weekend operations. Practice went pretty well. I was able to get 2 rounds of practice in like I wanted to. I was able to do some testing on the tires like I wanted to, and basically when I went out there, it was just get comfortable in the kart again. I haven't raced since, I think it was October was last time we raced, maybe November last year. So it's been about 6 months since I've been behind the wheel of one of these things. So I just want to get comfortable behind the kart again and start trying to get a feel for where that edge was. And yeah, I found it and spun out a couple times. Plus the track was real. Not a whole lot of karts were there this weekend, so the track was still really wet and still really dusty. Took a long time for it to come in. So, but overall, the practice did seem to be pretty well. I did show to have some speed with some other karts that we were practicing along, and was able to find some useful information with the tire pressure testing that I was doing. So let's go ahead and talk about the heat races. So for the first heat race, I drew 9th out of, this was Hobby 375, and again it was so eventful that I really lost track of what all was happening during all the races. So I'm using Race Monitor to kind of help jog the memory. But we drew 9th, started that race 9th out of 10. And yeah, we were able to quickly make our way up through the field. Got up to 6th place. I believe there was got up to 4th place. I believe there was a few cautions that did come out, and but it looks like with the race monitor, I just started picking them off one at a time and didn't lose any spots, and was able to make my way up to fourth. And then also looking at this interesting note, other than the guy who won it, we had the, which he was really fast all day long, Tommy Browning, but other than him, we were second fastest in that heat race, so that was pretty cool, and had about 26 hundredths on the next guy, so pretty cool deal, and was glad to show some speed and make some passes and get up to fourth place in those 10 laps. The next heat race, the Hobby 400, we drew fourth. Oh yeah, this was so while I pull that up, we drew fourth. I got up to third, and then with the tire pressures that I was playing with, I was not ready for what the kart was going to do. I'll be honest with you, I should have known better. But the kart was just not in the track. It was pushing really bad. Slid up the track, got up in the loose stuff, and before I knew it, I was backing it right in the wall. Well, then back in the wall, hit the wall with the right rear, and spun me right around. Kind of threw me out of the kart a little bit, and I fell back in the seat. But it was a heavy hit, I would say. A few caution laps while they got the tires back in place, the tire barriers back in place, and not the tires on the go-kart, the tires on the track. Clean some of the dirt up off the track from when I wrecked. And it's kind of embarrassing. I was by myself. I got up to third place and was did it all by myself. It kind of hurt a little bit. It took me about a lap or two to really kind of shake it off, and then we got going again. Restarted in fifth, or no, would have restarted last. Restarted last. Was able to quickly get into fifth on the first lap, and then pretty much stayed there. But then on the last lap, another guy spun out, and then I ended up picking up that spot and ended up finishing fourth. So right back to where I started. Let's see, my lap times on this one were not too quick. Second to last fastest. But again, didn't have the right tire pressures. So we finished the first heat race in fourth place out of 10, and the second heat race, fourth place out of 6. So now going into the mains, Hobby 375. So obviously starting the race in fourth place, we were able to get up to third, and then so we quickly got into third place, and then it was just a matter of tracking down the guy in front of me, and he wasn't a whole lot faster than I was, but I was able to inch on him little by little by little, finally able to make the pass, get into second place, and then the other guy got back by me, but then I was able to recover, get back by him again in the second place, and ended up finishing Hobby 375 in second place. So really proud of that. Again, the guy who won that race, he was just a lot faster than all of us. Who knows, if he wasn't there this past weekend, maybe we could have had a win. So, but it was a lot of fun working my way up, passing karts, and getting in there racing it with the guys. And then in our last race, Predator Extra Heavy, Hobby 400. The names of these classes change this year, so it's throwing me off a little bit. So we started that race off fourth, and quickly got into third place. And then in third place, I was able to inch my way up in the second place. First place guy, he was gone. He was already out of there. Able to inch my way up to second place. Closed in on him a little bit, pieces at a time. I was able to get by him, but then in the next, that lasted for about 3 laps. I knew we were coming to the end, and I was telling myself, my mental notes that I tell myself at the end of the race, just hit your marks. Just be smooth, hit your marks. Be smooth, hit your marks. But they were able he was able to get past me, and then the kart behind him was able to get past me. So I fell back to fourth. No big deal. I know I was faster than they were. I can run them back down. I did start closing back in on them and try to make the move on the last lap to get back into third place. And I knew I had position on the guy in third place, and he came down on the track. And when he did, my right front hopped on his off of his left rear, hopped my right front up in the air, and then around I went. And ended up finishing Hobby 400 in last place. I don't know if Blue was able to pick it up in the video, but I got the bodies off the go-kart because there's some body damage repair on the go-kart, and I got the right side up here so you can kind of see where I think it's if it shows up. You see this tire mark right there, that was there before that race. There I am damaging a little bit more. So that tells me that I had pretty good position on them, but you know, that's just part of the go-kart racing. You know, I didn't like it. When you have position on a person, you kind of let them have the spot. But you know, last lap, would I have done the same thing? If money's involved or the win's involved, I probably would have done the same thing. So no big deal. I know what I should have done differently, and next time I'll try to do a better job at positioning myself more along his inside. So if the person comes down on me, he just, you know, hits me pretty square, and then he bounces up the track, and I take the position. So yeah, overall, just really glad of how we performed, getting up to second place, and being in that position, and being in a position to have that kind of a finish was really, really cool. So yeah, results from that: Hobby 375, 2nd out of 10, Hobby 400, 4th out of 6. So our goals for the weekend was to be competitive. We were definitely competitive. They definitely knew that we were there and we were going to be one of the karts that they had to beat if they wanted to have a good finish. Be consistent. I would not say we checked that block because you know, my spinning out by myself, not you know, spinning out one of the races right there at the finish, so we didn't consistently finish up front, which was the third goal, was to finish up front. I felt like we checked that block in the 375 class, but we did not check that block in the 400 class. Like I said, I know what I needed to do differently, and some of that was also from playing around with tire pressures, and now I know we've learned something from what we were doing there. Our next race is going to be in a few weeks, again at Capital City Speedway in the VDKA series. That's Virginia Dirt Karting Association series. So looking forward to being out there in that crowd. We'll have the clone engine on it, and hopefully we can have a good run with the clone engine on the kart and be competitive there as well. Lastly, again, I want to thank the sponsors. We are looking for a primary sponsor, so if anybody's interested on getting a little bit more exposure for your brand, let us know. We'd be glad to help advertise your business and help promote your business. And also always remember, you're not just putting a sticker on our go-kart, you're considered a member of our team. Again, I want to thank Gems by Danny on eBay for their continued support, TNT Stocks, and Quick Signs for their continued support. I also want to thank Cameron Wood and his group for helping us out. They're part of the good run. They're part of that second place. Cameron Wood, his group, Tim Hammock helping me set up the go-kart, giving me tips out the track, what to do with the kart and tires and stuff. And of course, Justin Collier, who is Blackhat Speed, who builds the engines for us. So I want to thank them for all their help. And of course, I want to thank my wife Malou for all of her help with hands-on the go-kart and filming these videos. So yeah, that'll do it for this video. Glad we were able to come back and share some good stories, some good racing stories. Not the full results of what we wanted, but you know, definitely something that we are going to build on and improve on in the 2025 season. So thanks again for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, rate, share, all of the above, and we'll see you again in a few weeks. Take it easy.